Hi everybody, I hope you're well. Just taking a couple of moments out of my free time day off, linear time, just to share some space and bringing conscious awareness and intention to the experiences that everybody's having at the moment. And so I've done this more deeply last week in the Awakened Inner Circle, but I'm hearing an awful lot of people that are feeling so firstly very dizzy for the last couple of weeks. Some of you walking into things feeling really off balance, and bored is another word that I've heard, and that would come from like a waiting. So waiting for this next layer of where we collectively go from now. And that can be like almost be feeling like suspended in linear time for the moment. And one of the greatest assets of this spiritual development is patience, and it's one of the things that was most tricky for me when I started to realize that everything I was visioning was for 2 years ahead. That's a real grounding element. And so let's look at this. So lots of people will talk about ascension symptoms, and that word has been kidnapped really again, hasn't it, like every other word that's along this vibration and frequency that we align to. And so what I would say is, yes, when we are raising our vibration, we're all really going through profound shifts of frequency, and so we get what I would say the physical symptoms, and absolutely our spiritual element raises the vibration, which is just about the speed in which we resonate. So colour has a speed of a frequency. We have a speed of a frequency. Everything is dense matter, isn't it? And so that element of that is when we're raising our vibration can really take its toll on our physical body. And so lots of physical symptoms come in. Many very awakened, aware souls have also been given quite a physical illness to deal with as well, to look at different ways of healing, is my belief of that. So I will share that in another video for me about frequency healing and magnetics, etc. I will do that as a separate video, but let's look at that and look a little bit deeper into this. And so we know, and you know this, but we know that we have the magnetic elements within ourselves. We know that the earth plane has a phenomenal magnetic structure that runs through it, and we feel it. So this is without science catching up and trying to tell us. We feel it, we know. It's the draw of why we are drawn to earthing, grounding, whatever name people want to give it now. And so what I would say is, I don't like the word connection because it still makes us appear separate. But when we are within nature and earth, if we could just shift that vibration, try that today, and you shift it to feeling part of the earth or being part of the earth, it will shift your energy immediately. So try that today. That's a really good tool to help you, and that's allowing you to go into the more of the flow of this magnetic structure as it's shifting. And I don't like using the words, but there's lots of people that would talk about at the moment there's upgrades and downloads and all of this, and whilst I do appreciate all of that, this is a natural process. So I'm trying to bring it very much down to when we've shifted into new vibration, we're in a place of being, and it's very calm, it's very elemented, and we are able to feel into it, and our sensitivity, our empathic energy, everything is heightened, as we know. And so when we feel into that, and so it's way beyond us mentally trying to look at what we're receiving, how we're receiving, or a third party or another being is giving something to us. Just try to strip back to this being of just being part of the earth. You know that you're a spiritual being, and therefore feeling the essence. And the high dimension meditation that I have founded and delivered out there's lots of teachers doing that now. There's that's an element that will take you there as well. So I'll bring that in again separately, but just the ethos of just being that energy is very profound and will help you an awful lot at this current time. And so the aspects of people when they're saying they're feeling bored or suspended in time or not quite sure where the next level energy goes, and this disconnect that we're feeling is being heightened, isn't it, by this disconnection of our food, and that's the results that's taking place at the moment. You know, I've had farmers come to my door this last week that I've known for my whole life and just come and basically blow me away with, he understands what's going on vibrationally and this disconnection. And so I remember back in 2001 with the dreaded foot and mouth and that disconnection of things that were happening that were very, very aligned to breaking down our farming, our earth connection. And it happened in India the last couple of years. So it's 70% agriculture, so attacking the farmers again there. And so that is trying to break our connection of who we are and where we are. And so this essence is asking us to be part of the earth, feel into it. That's why we're wanting to grow some of our food or get out in nature. And you know, things like that are disconnecting us is the processed element of food that we know, the journey where everything is, you know, whether we are conscious or not, is being designed to stop our food chain, to make us rely on stuff that is not empowering us energetically, magnetically. And so we must be very conscious of that. Plastic grass, you know, all of these things, it has much more of a structural problem, as does using the pesticides, etc., that they feed into our system, and even the soil, I believe. So ground and shift into being and really allow yourself to just be in that moment and bring it back. Allow the simplicity. Namaste.